All right, welcome to Here for the Horses. Glad you are here for the horses. We have a jam-packed day today. Let's start off. Oh, I had a photo I was going to show. So you guys know that in general, I've started these off with I've been starting them off with these videos because I think it's funny. But oh, this one's good. You know what? We're going to look at this one today. Just because I don't know where the other photo went. Um, I wanna I wanna look at something. Now, I like that people are trying to educate based off looking at horses' eyes. But I wanna there, I'll do that so you can't really see whose post it is. No, I can't cover it up. I'm not putting this post down. I think this is a great post, but I actually want people to look even deeper. Okay. So I want to show you a picture and then I want you guys to tell me, I'm going to ask you like what else you think you see here. Okay. So let's just put this up. Okay. Can everyone see this picture? Okay. So what they're saying in this post, which is it's a good post, is they're saying that this is a stressed eye and this is a relaxed eye. Okay. I agree with the stressed eye, right? I think we all have kind of, if you haven't been to my Zoom about the pain eye, it's a really cool study that a college did, and they have like, I think it's 5 key factors that show that your horse is in pain just based off their face. And so I have a really cool post that goes up for that. But they're trying to say that this is a relaxed eye. Okay. Does anyone can anyone go a little bit further on that? Like, what do you guys think that this eye is? Because I definitely think that eye is saying something other than relaxed.
I I see that as an eye they're internal. They're like
Thank
blocking out
you.
whatever's outside.
Yep. This is an internal eye. Okay. Because you guys hear me say that. Oh, that horse went internal. Well, this is what it looks like when they go internal. That's not relaxed. That's them going, all right, I'm going to have to protect myself by going inside. And when I feel like I'm not being threatened, I will go ahead and come back out. Okay. Because doesn't it look like there's not much going on here? Like this horse is not present with you. Okay. This horse is gone inside themselves. So this is similar to when I talk about this is the internal eye, and then you guys know what the external eye is also, right? Because I talk about that one. The external eye, hold on, I gotta stop this share here. The external eye is horses go, what's that out there? There's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. Okay. But they go, I gotta look over there. And they're like looking off in the distance, right? They're looking on the hill, and everybody at the same time, whenever they do that, they go, I don't know what is over there. It's a great tactic. It works wonderful on horses, on people. We fall for it every time. What I don't know. What is it? What do you see? Okay. That's why they do that. Well, the internal eye is kind of the same idea of they're trying to escape, they're trying to, kind of remove themselves, but they just go inside. Okay. So it's like inside. So that's what I saw on that. And I thought I would share it with you because we've talked about that a bit, right? So good job. I do want people to pay a lot of attention to eyes, especially if you have a stoic horse. We're going to talk about that today. Okay. But first, let's please take a look at our homework for this week. And I did have it drawn up already. So let's see. Downloads. Oh, it doesn't want to be there. Okay, so our homework for this week is going to be really easy. So I acknowledge that this week was
Erin, you muted yourself. I don't know if it's just my end, but
No, you
I
muted. I
can't.
can't hear
You
either.
did, yeah.
oops.
There. Yep. You're muted yourself again.
Too much clicking. Okay, I'm back, right? Okay. I don't know. I wasn't even on this screen, so I don't know how that happened. All right, so this week's homework is going to be easy compared to last week. All right. So let me find it here again. See if I can mute myself again. Da, 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 da. Okay, it's wither rub, scapula rub. Okay, wither rub, scapula rub. I'm just going to show you my Canva. Wither rub, scapula rub. It's easy. You'll love it. So this one will be one that you can do in addition to completing more lateral flexion if you still need help on that. Okay. Horses love this one too. That helps. So if you want to make them mad, do the lateral flexion. If you want to make them happy, do the wither rub and scapula rub. Go put them together. Okay. All right. Yeah, fan favorites. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Last week I sent out, I'm going to keep trying to introduce, we have a lot of new people, so I'm going to try to introduce some stuff that I've already done in the past each week. This week in the newsletter, I talked about the sore back series. Okay. A lot of you have done that series. That was a fun series we did. So it's a 3-week series, and I'll put the link for it right here in the comments. It's a 3-week series, but you can do it on your own. So it's just 3 different sets of Zoom meetings with homework. Okay. And it focuses on why a horse has a sore back. Okay. And a lot of people think that it's because of something that it's not because of. So back issues are not normally because of the back. The back is just telling on something. Okay. So sore backs are a pain. What if I told you it's not actually a back issue? So I go into that in this mini course. I talk about all the muscles that are involved. Okay. And I'll give you a little cheat here. It's normally from the hind end. Okay. So we'll be getting to that in the course, in the clinic, in Journey Through the Horse. It's totally separate though. It's not the same thing. So just because you have the clinic doesn't mean the sore back series won't be good. Okay. Because I teach you how to palpate the back. I teach you how to look at muscles, all the muscles that are involved, and they start from the heel bulbs of the hind feet. It goes all the way up the hind legs, into the glutes, into the loin. Okay, that's why a lot of sore backs don't get helped by just massaging the back. And I can prove it by not massaging the back and doing the hind end, and then all of a sudden the back's loose. Okay. Now it's not always, okay, it's not always, but most of the time it is. So if I have a trainer or rider tell me their horse's back is sore, I go, okay, gotcha. And I skip the back because I want to know, I use the back as my test. Is the back tight now? Let me do some work in the hind end. Oh, let me check it. Oh, it's still tight. Let me go to the shoulders. Oh, it's still tight. Let me go to the pole. Okay. But in the sore back series, I go over all that. And then I also talk about reasons that the back gets sore. Okay. So I talk a little bit about saddles. I talk a little bit about leverage devices. Hoof care. Okay. So that's the sore back series if you are interested. Okay. And then also if you are not on my newsletter but want to be, I don't have a link for that right now because since I switched systems, I still haven't figured out how to make just a simple link to get you signed up, but I will at some point. So, and if you want to be added onto the newsletter, send me your email address and your first and last name, and I'll set you up. Okay. And I don't send out a ton of emails like a lot of people send out daily emails, and I just want to block them, but I still want some of their information. So I do like 1 or 2 a week at the max. All right, so I thought it was interesting. Let's take a look at a screenshot that I took of a video I was watching. This is Kristen's video of Candy. Okay. And this caught my, this isn't very clear. Whoops. Oh, okay, there we go. That's better. This caught my attention. And so I asked her how her saddle is fitting. Okay. Take a look. Obviously, sweet little candy cakes there was just written, right? Okay, so she got some sweat marks. But as I was watching the video, and this video has nothing to do with her back, my eye kept going to this spot right here. Can you guys see that? If I make it bigger, it just makes it blurrier. But do you see how different that is on that side? Okay, so she has pretty equal sweat marks there. But when you look on this other side, that is not there. So this is a pretty pronounced spot. Okay. So I just mentioned to Kristen to maybe have her check her saddle and let me know how the padding is. Okay. I wanted to know how the padding was laying in the back. So she sent that to me. Hold on. I saw it earlier. And I just want to show it to you. Here it is. All right. Okay. Share. So remember, that was the left rear. There you go.
Interesting. This is bigger than this.
Look at that.
Wow.
Okay. So pretty cool. Now I've been told by multiple saddle fitters, you can't saddle, dry marks and all that stuff. It doesn't mean the saddle doesn't fit, but when they're different, when they're odd, it means go check your saddle, right? Okay. So she found that the back of that saddle was not the same on both sides, and Candy's back said so. Okay. So probably quite a few different things that you can do in that situation, but obviously she's going to have to take a look at it now. And what's cool about dressage saddles is you can have those reflocked a lot. Like they just kind of, Western saddles, we have like pads and a whole bunch of different stuff, shims, all that. So there's a lot of solutions for it. But if you see odd shapes in your saddle marks, definitely pay attention to that. Okay. That was just something I saw on the side of one of her one of her videos. Okay. If you have not yet printed off your workbook, I'm going to show everybody where that's at, just because I have people ask me that every once in a while. Okay. So let's go share. We'll go here. Okay. So let's go to the course. Okay. So if you're in your Winning Your Horse's Heart Through Bodywork course, you're going to go to the welcome, which is the very first thing that you're going to do. And you're going to go to the very first lesson, which is signs of relaxation, enjoyment, and concern. And you go all the way down to the bottom. And here is your downloadable workbook. Now, it's like 42 pages, so just be aware. You don't need to print it off if you don't want to, but you know, it's right there to download. Okay? Was there anything else on the clinic? Is there anything else on the clinic that anyone has questions about? Sometimes like if you get stuck somewhere and it won't let you go back, there's a little like a little graduates cap right here that you can click on and it'll let you go up and down in here. So you guys are not restricted in this clinic at all. You can go wherever you want. And you also have lifetime access to it. Okay. So you have lifetime access to that. If you guys are interested, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, in my clinic, it also gives you access to Journey Through the Horse. I'll put that in the notes also. Most of you have it already, so preaching to the choir. Okay, there's the clinic. Okay. So there's no other questions on functioning through the clinic or anything? Anyone hung up anywhere? Okay, you can always message me. Okay, now on to fun stuff. So this week, hi Sylvie, nice to see you. So a lot of cool stuff this week. I have two pages of lists here, but first I wanted to talk about something super cool. This is normally, not always, but normally with your stoic horses. So those of you that have a stoic horse, okay. Yeah, there's quite a few of us. Especially if they don't know you. So I run into this a fair amount. You guys might not because they're your horse and they're not going to feel like that. But I run into this enough, we'll say 15% of the time this happens. It's really fun. I go into a stall. This stoic horse, generally stoic, does not care who I am, what I'm there to do, what my name is, nothing. They're just like, get your job done and get out. Okay. So I'm like, awesome, get down to business, no problem. My type of horse, let's do this. Okay. So I start massaging and they don't have a huge reaction. They don't have any huge releases. I get their head and face done, all good. I get their neck done and I get their shoulders done. And I'm not sure exactly, but at some point in time, they all of a sudden go, wait a second. I sort of like what you're doing right now. And you've made me feel funny. And what they do is they go, wait a second. What's that in your hands? Where did you get those? Where are you from? What's your name? How do you like your coffee? And are you coming back soon? They stop the massage, okay? And they go from this to, who are you? Where did you come from? I don't know who you are. I've never seen you before. Let me smell you. They always smell you. They always smell you real good. And they generally want to know where you got your hands at because they're special hands, okay? And it's really funny. So they go and they go, what you got? Where did you get those? Those are good. Okay. So I had the pleasure of watching this happen to someone else this week. So we're going to watch that video. This was Jennifer and Teddy. Okay. So let's share and go to, here it is. All right, let me make this big. Hold on. And then I gotta
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
I gotta move you guys out of the way. I gotta mute this and then I'll turn that off. These closed captions really make me mad. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, so Teddy neck. It's at, this is gonna be fun to watch this. And he's, you know, he knows Jennifer, so it's not like this is some new thing to him, right? But she has started making him feel funny. And I said, I understand, buddy. I understand. Okay, so watch. Here it is. See, he's smelling her. And then look, he's like, no, what's in those hands? Where did you get those? What's up with those hands? Okay, and that's how fast it happens. So let's watch it again, because it's people don't catch this stuff, and it's so sad because it's just so cool. Isn't that fun? So that's something that you guys can definitely keep an eye out for. Okay. My screen, yeah. There we go. It's just super fun. And I experience it pretty often because I'll get invited into a random horse's stall who doesn't know me, nor do they care, right? They don't care who I am until I get there, until I start making them feel better. And then all of a sudden, it's a different story, right? It's a different story when you start making horses feel good. So I want you to pay attention to your horses kind of being like, hold on a second. Where did you come from? Okay. What's in your hands? It's funny how they investigate. Do you have something in your hands that's doing that? It's pretty cool. Okay. So that was little Teddy. Teddy was like, you got something special going on now. All right. All right. I have a bunch of random videos from this week because there was just a bunch of cool stuff that happened that I wanted to bring attention to or give suggestions on. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, lateral flexion. That's what we were doing this week. Okay. So in general, for lateral flexion, you guys have been doing fantastic, by the way. Good job. Good job. In general, my rule for lateral flexion is 3 times a charm. 3 times a charm. Because the first time you're finding all this stuff. The second time you've worked about half of it out. And the third time, you're good. Okay, so 3 times a charm. Now, what I want to share with you, though, is that it's not always necessary to do it 3 times. Okay, so I'm going to show you Mystic Knight because Mystic Knight was nailing it. And it was so good that she really didn't need to do it. And I'll show you like how quickly I actually go through lateral flexion sometimes. So Leanne's been with me a long time, you guys. So, and I said this in Shannon's video also, okay? Those of you guys that are new, don't feel like you need to be at this level because they've been with me a long time. Okay. But I wanted to share this video with you here of Leanne doing Mystic Knight. Okay, so Mystic Knight is not restricted in her neck, especially going this direction. Okay, so watch how quickly she goes through this. Every single vertebra. Bam. Isn't that beautiful? Hashtag goals. Okay. So if my horse was that good, I probably wouldn't have done them again. If I run in, she just got a release there. If I run into a horse that can do lateral flexion that well, that easily, and that fast without hitting any tension, I move on. Okay. And look, she just did it again. Okay. So that's pretty cool. And that's a general rule. Okay. So another general rule, 3 times a charm, but if they're really loose, move on to something else, because I'm sure you're going to find something else that needs work. Okay. That makes sense. All right. So that is how fast I end up going through a lot of horses for lateral flexion, especially if, if I don't run into any restriction and the horse is just like, yeah, I got this. I'm like, okay, sweet, other side. All right. All right, question. Teresa, my horse received an injection of Exceed antibiotic last Monday in his pec muscle. It was given by the vet. He now feels like he has a a softball in that area. I have rubbed it and slapped it, which he likes. Any other ideas how to soft? You're doing it. You're doing it. So injections do that. I can tell if a horse has been injected, like in spring when they all start getting their stuff. I can tell by the massage, and generally they're like, okay. And yeah, so rub, slap, rub, slap. It'll help. It normally takes 3 days. Okay. If there's like a golf ball size, you can kind of grab the golf ball and you can squeeze it. If it has been long enough, right? Don't do it, the same day. If it's like 3 or 4 days later, you can kind of gently squeeze that softball if you can get your hand around it. But yeah, rub, slap. They do like it because it doesn't feel great because they got like a little inflammation in there. Okay, good question. Thank you. I have given direction over the phone to someone about their horse. They had a show like 2 days later, a big show, and they were like, Erin, my horse can't move their neck. And they got injections, vaccines or something. I was like, well, maybe don't do that 2 days before, first of all. And second of all, rub, slap, lateral flexion. And I had to teach him how to do that over the phone. And it worked great. And they had a great show, but I don't recommend that. That's not how I would do it. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about, this was a kind of a cool, this was a cool video. This is Candy again. Okay. And again, we have stoic mare, tough stoic mare, right? I feel like there's like kind of a difference. There's stoic and then there's tough stoic, and those are even more tough. Okay. But with stoic horses, I talk about this a lot. Like, you have to look at the smallest things, okay? The blink of an eye, the flare of part of a nostril, the change in like the eye shape, okay? The flick of an ear, just the smallest twitch of the head, okay? The muzzle, any like little whiskers, okay? And Candy showed this to us nicely. So let's watch it. 450, 458. Okay. You guys tell me what part on this sweet horse here has the reaction. Okay, put it in the chat. Okay, we're gonna watch it again. Okay. Yep. Yes, but what part on her body is sore. What part on her body has the tension? You want to watch it again? Okay. You guys nailed the rest. Let's watch. Hold on. I had to do all my time stuff today. 4:58. There we go. Where is the spot on her body that has the tension?
I see right by her jowl area in her neck. There's a bulging muscle there.
I
And
just
the
gave it
collateral
away
curve.
on the video. I just gave it away. Right there. It's right here. Okay. Yeah. Briar. Yep. That's right. Right here. So let's watch again. And it's a little delayed, right? Because Kristen's moving kind of fast. So put the two together. 4:58. It's right here. See that? See that? Okay. That is all you're gonna get from her. Because it's not a big deal, right? She's got a little spot right there. Bam. Do you guys see it now? Okay. That's all she's gonna do is just a little, but that's all you're gonna get. So for horses that are pretty stoic, you got to be on it. Because generally, stoic horses stand very business. Okay? They're business. And then when they go, oh, you have to kind of put the two together. Like, what was that? If they quietly walk off, that's another thing, right? Okay. So I thought that was cool because she caught my eye when she did that. But yeah. And her giveaway was the ear, and then the head kind of went, there's a spot right there. And then as Kristen did more work, it went away because it wasn't a big spot, but it still matters. The little spots matter too. Okay. Okay. And then I was also talking to Stephanie. Was I talking to you about using my head to jiggle? Who was that?
You showed me how to help him so that he wasn't nosing for first.
Okay, so that is something different. Who was I talking to? Maybe you, Jennifer. Yes, I think so. Hold on. Okay, so when you're doing the neck slide, right? The neck press and neck slide. If you run into a spot, and you can use this on different parts of the body too, you can, and you know, you want to jiggle the spot, right? Like it's easy to jiggle the nose, isn't it? Because you got your hand on it. But if you want to jiggle a spot on the neck, going down the neck, you can put your arm there, and instead of trying to like jiggle like this, you bob your head. See what that did to my hand? Okay, so me trying to jiggle with my hand is like this, but look, I won't move my hand. Watch when I move my head. I want little jiggles, because the more aggressive the jiggle, the more the horse is going to brace against it. They don't so the smaller the jiggle you can do, the better. So let me find that one for you. Oh, that was on that with that little Andalusian horse. Okay. So, oh, if you guys actually, I'll share this now. If you guys haven't, watch that video. I put up the whole video of that little Andalusian just because it's kind of a cool video. It's long, so if you have time. Yeah, hear this one. Okay. Is this the one? No. But it's this whole video. This is the whole video. Okay, so if you guys want to see this, and this is on the coaching community page, sorry, If you have my clinic, you get into here, or if you're doing Journey Through the Horse, you get into here. This is a private page though, but welcome, you're here. So now you get to sneak peek into a private room. Yay. Okay, yeah, this. Okay, so watch. I want, everyone can see this, right? I want everyone to kind of watch. Can I get those closed caption off there? Oh, I hate those. I want everyone to watch how I bob my head at one point in time. Okay. She's stuck there. You can see my hands not sliding any further. That's the brachiocephalicus. Y'all see how that worked? That works good. I didn't even know I did that until I saw myself doing it one time. See how good that works to jiggle that area? I'm going to show you, we're going to keep watching this and I'm going to show you. I did the ear pull. I don't teach that because I worry about people getting popped in the face. Here's another thing I did that I don't know that I do. Look, I'm jiggling with the head this time instead of my body. Look at what I'm doing. I think I made that up. I made that up, you guys, but it worked. Cool. Okay. So with that one at the end there, I was jiggling her head and pressing in at the same time. Cause I'm like, see, I'm like, loosen up, baby. Okay. So, feel free to be weird and just kind of get it going, right? It works well. Give it a try this week. Give it a try. Oh, let me catch up on some messages here. Sometimes the releases are all after you're done back in the paddock. That's the truth. Shaking, rolling, drinking water, peeing, taking a nap. Yeah. On the topic of injections, better to avoid 5-in-1 or spread the vaccines out, maybe 3 shots. I have heard that, and I do agree. Okay, yeah, okay, good. All right. Oops. Got people in the waiting room I don't know about. Sorry. All right. So, let's see. So that's the head to jiggle neck press. Okay. So if you want to give that a try this week, go ahead. Ooh, another thing I wanted to talk about. This was cool. So remember, I told you if you have a donkey, you get a freebie videos for donkeys because I love them. Okay. I want to show you Doodlebug. Doodlebug had great lateral flexion going to the right. Boom. Perfect. Was it the right? No. No, left. Going to the left. Perfect. Perfect lateral flexion. So good. Going to the left, different story. And he actually showed what I call pull first. And so I know I've shown it on my public page, but I wanted to show you what pull first looks like. And Doodlebug was just the best little example donkey out there. So let's take a look at Doodlebug. Oh, did you guys know that Shelly put another horse to sleep? It had to lay down. Uno took a nap after she worked on work. I'm telling you, take it on the road because people need you in their life. That is hilarious to me that she took another horse down to the ground and it needed a rest. Okay. That's an extra skill. That's bonus points. Oh, here. Okay, so Doodlebug. So you guys can go back and watch this if you want to, but this side went really well. Okay. And then when we get to 251 here, this is the other side. Look at the cute little donkey. One, she said that he had a kind of a sad past, like a abusive past. Okay. Neglected maybe. But he doesn't like work on the right side. So obviously she's done a great job rehabilitating him. But with lateral flexion, let me see if I can look at how nice this is, right? This is the other side. It's so good. And he had no problem doing it, right? So isn't that beautiful? It's a great shape. Over here on 251, let's take a look. So watch how this side goes. Actually, hold on, hold on. Did you all see what she just did there? Did you all see that? We were just talking about it. Remember, I was talking about gone internal, right? We were talking about the eye. What's Doodlebug doing here? Yeah, internal. I mean, internal, it could be external. It looks internal to me, right? And then watch what Wanda does to get him back. It worked. Hello. Oh, I'm back. Pretty cool. Good job, Wanda. I don't even think I noticed that the first time. So remember, lateral flexion should be a little bit nose first, and then look what's happening at the pole here. And then, look at that. So that's pretty pole. Oh, that's really pole first right there. Okay. Even the ear is like, oh. Can everyone see that? So at this point in time here, this is 314. You would want to be more like that. See how the nose is first? Okay. And then poles first. Okay. It's kind of hard to catch, right? But when you do catch it, it really tells you a lot. And you guys feel free, for those of you on the coaching community, watch this video. It was wild how on the other side he had no issues. And then on this side, he was like, oh yeah, no. Okay. So Wanda's going to work him out good. So that's what I call pole first. There is also something, so pole first is when they go like this, like he was doing. There's also jaw first. That one, in my opinion, is a little bit harder to fix just because it has a lot more throat latch involved in it. But there's jaw first. And it'll just seem like you're getting their jaw coming at you. Okay. With the pole first, they kind of, Buckaroo was doing jaw first this week. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I want to see a video of that. No, but you know, so there's pole first where you're like, why are you tilted that way? Get your pole out of here and give me your nose. And then there's jaw first where you're like not really seeing the nose or the pole. It's just like this weird jawline coming at you. Okay. So those are two different things. And then you have corkscrew, which is too much nose and not enough of anything else. And oh, you know what? Nice segue. I do, Stephanie did a great job showing how to, one of my methods to fix that. So let me show that to you. Right here. Oh, here it is. Okay, so these two photos here, this one and this one. So this is what I do to fix that. If you have the nose coming at you too much and this pole is like lagging way back here, slide your arm underneath, put it up by their temple, by their TMJ, put your back against their neck. And on the next one, she does it even more because you kind of curl them around you and support this part of their pole. They need a little help. They need help. Okay, so that's how you do that. And then bring them around like that. So try it. I want you guys to try it this week, anytime. Okay. Go ahead and try it. But let me be very clear. This is not how you do lateral flexion, please. This is a fix for a particular problem. And then I want you doing lateral flexion the way that I teach. I have other fixes for lateral flexion issues also, which I can share with you at some point in time. But I don't want you doing lateral flexion that way because it's not as precise. You guys saw with Leanne and Mystic Knight, it was precise. It was boom, 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 boom. It was every spot of that neck was free. You can't tell that doing it like this. You cannot tell it doing it like that. But if your horse is going here and then you go, let me help you fix that, boop, and then bring them around and that fixes it. Then you go back to doing it the way I teach you and you'll see what's left. And then if you still have issues, I have another method too. Okay. Feel free to try it though, it's fun. And I also sometimes will really stretch out the base of the neck into the shoulders by doing that one. And I kind of I tackle their head and I pull it around. And I just kind of cradle their head and I really I use my body to press into their neck and then bring them around me. And it kind of makes them go, oh. Okay, so if they're really jammed up, you can do that. I think I figured that one out by accident too, because this horse could not do it properly. I was like, listen, I'm gonna put my back into you and then you're gonna roll around me. How's that? All right. Okay. Another thing you'll hear me say on a couple of these videos is let them fight you a little bit. They need the fight. That doesn't sound very nice. But when you're doing lateral flexion, it's really important that you have your hand on their nose, okay? Because they're going to use you to kind of support their head so that they can work their own neck. They need that like grounding, okay? So I want to show you Shannon's video with Cash. And you'll hear me, I'll mute myself. I won't let myself talk. And then I'll let you listen to the video, okay? See if any of this stuff. And we're gonna talk about Uno last. This one, here we go. Okay, so I'll just mute myself and you guys can
Reflection part 1.
hear it. Whoops, hold on. All right. 13:15.
It's good. It's good.
That's a great video to watch, by the way.
Sure.
And this was
Sure.
also, Shannon has been with me a long time, and you'll hear me say that in here because I'm telling you what, she found every single little tiny piece of tension in this horse's neck and she got it out. And it was some pretty precise work. And so you'll hear me say, hey, newbies, just so you know, this is like A++ level work. Shannon's been with me a long time. She's done one-on-one sessions with me. So don't feel like this, you're like, geez Louise, I can't do this. You know, she found everything. So it's cool to watch, but I don't expect everybody to be able to do it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna be quiet now.
For yet. It still thinks it's there for some reason. Oh, it's right there. Good. Good. Yep. Yep. Let him fight it. He needs to fight it a little bit. Yes, yes, he needs to do that. Yes, yes, there it is. There it is. There it is. Good. Excellent. That's what he needed to do. It's funny, isn't it?
Okay. Did everyone see that little fight? They like need your help. So they need to kind of do this with their neck, but they also need like stability so they can really kind of move it the way that they want to. All right, so let's watch it one more. And normally it looks just like that. Now, if they start being crazy, I let go of them, but there were a couple of you that went through that this week. Okay, there were a couple of you. So I know you'll probably know who you are, or if you go back and watch your videos, you'll know. Like you might hear me say it, or you might have done it.
Doesn't know it's free yet. He still thinks it's there for some reason. Oh, it's right there. Good. Good. Yep. Yep. Let him fight it. He needs to fight it a little bit. Yes, yes, he needs to do that. Yes, yes, there it is. There it is. There it is. Good. Excellent. That's what he needed to do.
Okay, and I'll be honest with you, up here somewhere, oh yeah, like right in here. She did a good job.
Right.
And
Yeah,
then
nice. Nice.
I was like, oh,
Yeah, you
we're
better
just gonna
release
watch
off
this.
that. You better release off that one. I saw it.
Watch him when she goes back to work.
Pretty sure he got it. Oh, did you need the release and you haven't done it yet? Yeah, well, go ahead and do it. Yeah. Go ahead and do it. No, she's gonna keep going if you don't release. Because you're acting like you are ready, you don't have anything in there, but you do. So let it go. He's like, somebody on their motor. No, look at him. He's like, I need a little more time. Well, too bad. You took too long. Look at him. They're perfect.
Okay,
Let's
isn't
see
that
spot
funny?
is when you get to it. Good.
He was like, he honestly wanted a little bit more time to stand there and enjoy that. But, and he was like, but he wasn't doing anything. He was just standing there. But then she would go to like reach for his halter and he'd be like, no. Or he would go like, I'm not ready yet. It was really interesting. Cause it's like he knew he needed to release. So she went again and got it. I mean, you guys saw the actual release. Okay. But he was still processing that work. And then she went to start again and he was like, I'm not ready yet. It was really funny. That's another one of those, like that horse is real stoic. That's another one of those little tiny things you need to catch on. You need to see it. You need to see him go, no, I don't want that. Or I'm not ready. Or, get off my nose. I'm not ready. Because he doesn't ever say no. He's a nice horse, but he needed a little more time. Okay. And whatever. He didn't get it and then he released later. So whatever, it's fine. But I want to see those things because it's super cool. When you go, oh, okay, so excuse me, then go ahead and release, sir. You want me to wait all day? Okay. All right. Oh, dude, we did so good. Look I got 6 minutes left. All right. I got one more video. I'm getting pretty good at this, you guys, because I was like, oh, geez, how am I going to do this? Okay. Uno. So Uno's playing a fun little game. Oh, Shelly's here, isn't she? Shelly, is Uno a gelding? Blink twice if he is, because I don't know. I think he is. Uno is faking us out a little bit. And I say that because he's doing George's move. She probably taught it to him, where he rips his head away at the end of lateral flexion. And what that tells me is he's not completely relaxed. Okay, so let's take a look at that. That can go away now. I just put it up. So is it going to be at the top? Did we go by it already? Oh, we did. Okay. Here's Uno. Gender to be discussed. Uno is super relaxed, real chill, doesn't really care, good at faking us out. Okay. So I'm just going to show this lateral flexion. Oh, no. So there's kind of his move. He just gave it away. But see, he's chill. He's chill. Oh, there's his move again. Okay. So that's his move. That was the first time. Let's watch it again. Oh, I'm showing something here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, watch. Watch. Okay. See that? There. That move that he's doing where he rips his head away. And I mean, I say rips his head away. He's not ripping his head away, right? She's still got her hands attached. But this move where he takes his head, it's good. It's a good move. It works really well. And he turns it sideways. And then let's watch it in slow motion. Oh, I love that. Let's watch it in slow motion. He turns his head. Oh, here. Sideways, and he pulls it away. So I want her to hold him right here and not let him pull away. Okay. That's kind of his move. Because he's not fully relaxed and he's so close. But he needs to go through a little bit of a struggle there. Okay. And then I think at the end, yeah. So this is the third time she did it. This is right where he goes to yank his head away. Okay. And I want him, so you guys can watch this. I explain it in depth here. Look, you see it? So this is awesome. Isn't this beautiful? Right? So pretty. And then he goes, I'm going to take my head back now. And he goes, yeah. Okay. So I want her to hold him through this and make him stop doing that. Because that'll be the ending of it. And he'll have great lateral flexion. He's got great lateral flexion. It's just, he's a gelding. All right. I guessed right. All right. He's got great lateral flexion until that very tiny bit at the end. And George is the queen at this. And she only does it when I haven't got all the tension out. So in general, when she does lateral flexion, she'll hold it. And they kind of like relax into it. So they're not holding it strained. They're holding it relaxed. That's why I say your hand on their nose is so important, because you're going to feel the weight of their head relax into your hand. If they're like this and you don't feel their weight of their head in your hand, they're faking you out, just kind of like he was. And then pull that head away, because he can only hold that position for so long. Okay. So there are some examples of why lateral flexion is one of the hardest things that I teach, right? A lot of stuff. And then you had, I just put up Sam, Nancy, the horse Nancy's working on. He's doing a whole different game where he puts his head straight down and like pretends he's like, I'm working through something down here. And it's like, no, you're not. Get your face back up here. It's totally a distraction move. Okay. Oh, you know what? What time is, oh, we got a minute. We're going to do it. Mystic Knight did something really funny too. And, Leanne thought, she made a comment about it. I can't remember. I think she said, oh, it was distracting or something when she puts her head down. Okay. I think this is the video. Okay.
Lateral flexion.
So after the first time through on this side, whoops, is it playing? Okay, here we go. I think I'm talking here. Okay. So after the watch, we'll go through this and then watch what Mystic Knight does. This one was funny.
Yep. Good. Yeah, look at that nice, beautiful. Oh, she got a little, you got a little tight there. Yep. So yes, that's a distraction technique, and I would have held her. Okay. So let's look at that again. Right here. Okay. So she went from really round. Okay. So like, look at this. That's not round. She went from really round and beautiful, right? She's using all the vertebra equally here, right? There's no like weird spot that sticks out. Okay. And then watch what she does when she tries. Oh, okay. She lost it because she's getting a little bit tighter and she's getting a little bit nervous. And then she took her head back and started grazing. So that's distraction. So I would just hold her. I would just hold her there and kind of let
Same as
her
Uno.
work it out. And I'm going to show an example of that tonight. I have it written down.
Okay. Does that make sense? So that's a mild case. But she was like, oh no, okay, I'm really hungry. She had no desire. She got a little nervous. That's how she handled it. I'm a nervous eater too. It's fine. I got it. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any questions? This week's homework is going to be really easy. So if you still want to work on lateral flexion, do it. If you want to try out some of the stuff and ask me what I think, do it. Because the shoulder rub and the wither rub are like, I mean, I think I used it as a sample. I used it as a sample for my clinic just because I don't care who does this. Nobody's going to mess this up. So that can go out to the public. Nobody can mess this up. Horses do this to themselves. Okay. Right. So shoulder rub, wither rub, easy, easy. So if you have other stuff that you're really wanting to work on, go ahead and do that and give me like a 2-minute video on the shoulder and wither rub. Okay, I might point out some things with some fascia lines, I think, or maybe some tight muscles, but other than that. Okay. That's it. No questions? Okay, you guys are free to go. Thank you so much. See you guys later. Have a good one. You're welcome, Sylvie.